Hi everybody, I'm Blayne Tyler for Finding Sasquatch, coming to you again from northeastern Ontario. Okay, so this vid's really cool. A series of events took place. It all started with something we were suspecting was rummaging through my own personal compost in our backyard. The lid was specifically placed in the exact same spot every time, so it wasn't raccoons just tearing off the lid. So one night, my boy and I, we went out on the deck, and we heard noises outside, and then we heard, I'm not ready, not being prepared to deal with or to hear anything. We heard like a young juvie Bigfoot take off and jump the fence, and I guess ran back into the trees. But after that, the activity picked up. We heard some calls outside a window, just light calls or talk, and then the pounding on the side of the house, and the pounding on the roof started, and mostly late at night, like around 2 or 3 in the morning. And then it was like all night long. Like not all night long, but 2 hours and bang, 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 and more. And then they got on my porch and were tapping on my bedroom window, for Pete's sake. So anyway, that was getting a bit much. And then one night, we were just wrapping presents here. Just like, right as soon as it got dark, like maybe around 6, there was a very violent pound on the side of the south side of our house, and it shook the house, and my wife came running down from upstairs saying, "What the hell is that?" And I said, "Oh, that's those creatures that don't exist." So actually I went outside after that and just hung out there, and that was it for the night, because I guess they just wanted me to know they were there. But the next day I went and filmed this clip at the end, and I don't interact. I try not to interact with the ones around my house because it brings them to my house, and I'm okay with it, sort of. But my wife and kids, they don't really like it. They get creeped out. They're being watched through our windows in the back. So anyway, I went up the road, and I went looking for them, and I caught one sitting out in front of a cedar tree in a field. And I'll show you that vid with the some stills, and apparently I guess it was sunning itself on a cold winter day, and probably didn't expect someone to be able to see it. Anyway, here's that vid. Right, so this is the raw clip. I got some shortened versions coming up a little bit later on in the vid here. But just so you know, it's not my first attempt, but I think it's my first attempt after a big pound on the side of the house. And the one I film here isn't the one that did it, but I just know what fields they like to hang out in. Also, I cut the video short because the person who owns the property right behind me pulled up with their car. So I want to be able to come back and film without raising suspicion. So I shut down, wandered off a little bit, came back, and I tried to catch her again. The one that's sitting in front of the cedar here. And I couldn't spot it again, so it relocated. But one of the tricks to being a successful field researcher is you got to train your eyes to see them. I mean, you're not going to catch them in the open like Roger did. That was a rare combination of circumstance. But anyway, I see this black biped gorilla shape right back there. And look how well it's blending in with the trees. That's a real Sasquatch right there under the tree, and then the car's coming up. So I'm like taking a quick bomb around, and then I think I mosey off, and then I come back and I try to film it, and I get nothing. But for 5 seconds there, I spotted it, and then I'm trying to find others closer that are maybe caught in the open. I'm trying to remember what was going down here. But anyway, pretty cool Sasquatch in the open. And here's some stills. And I enhanced it a little bit, just brighten it up. And you can see that it's got a cone-shaped head. It's sitting down. I can see where the left arm is down, folded over, and I think it's got some juvies in and around it. If you want to take a close examination of the body, and I think there's also one peeking behind it to its left around a tree. But here we go. Here's maybe it's a hybrid Sasquatch. It's got pointy ears, cone-shaped head. It's got a bit of a muzzle thing going on. The muzzle part's looking white, and there's a zoomed in. And I don't know, that might just be a raw shot pulled from the video. But there's a real Sasquatch, and I outlined it there, hiding under a cedar just up the road from my little hamlet gas station town where I live. And that one's not big enough, or I mean, maybe it could have been, but I don't think that's the one that at the end there pounded on the side of my house and shook the walls. But pretty cool, real Sasquatch. And there's just some short clips of when I spotted it, and then friggin' neighbor had to come home just at that moment, and I buggered off. And that's how hard they are to see. They look like a dark shadow, and without getting into their special abilities, which I've experienced myself, others have too. But there's a real Sasquatch blending in right under that tree, but it's kind of out in the open. So that's pretty awesome. There's a third look at it again. And this is in northeastern Ontario where I live. And I don't normally post videos from around my house. And there it is again. I think it's a female. But I got an email this morning and about Dr. B, and there's a stick structure. And Dr. B is sick with cancer. It's terminal. I guess he's undergone some radiation treatment, and he's not doing so good. So it's just letting people know so that we're aware of what's going on. And there's his one of his books, the Sasquatch, and then his other book, Discovery of the Sasquatch. The first was called something like Great Ape, Canada's Great Ape, or something like that. But anyway, kind of unsettling. Dr. B came to my house and we did some field research together, and that was awesome to have him here with his wife Joan. And there he is with Dr. Meldrum, who I guess they're buddies, looking at some of his casts. But pretty cool video, and I want to dedicate that to Dr. John Bindenagel. And if you like these kind of videos, please subscribe, and I got a link below if you want to help support my channel, raise money for a new camera. Thanks for watching.